So we are talking about the workers, the trade unions, the permanent workers, types of workers. How many types of workers are there in a factory? Will be appointed? Three types of workers.
Okay. Permanent workers.
Yes.
Uh,
Badli workers,
Badli
who will be
workers,
replaced with the
contract based workers.
yeah, contract based workers. Okay, contract based means nothing but the workers who are appointed on daily basis. If any worker is working for these many hours, every 1 hour he will be charged with some amount. Okay, and badli workers are nothing but these workers are substituted or replaced in the absence of the permanent workers. And permanent workers are uh, they these workers will work permanently in a factory or any company. And also we discussed about the difference of permanent workers, badli workers and contract workers, the salary or the allowances what the permanent workers are getting in the same way rest of the workers are getting. No, they are paying with the less amount of salary and they are taking on a contract basis. And in few companies there will be a leader and the association will be formed with the name of trade union. That also we discussed. So what the responsibility of the trade union leader? He has to bring all the problems to the notice of the owner of the company to discuss whether it is about a problem working with the machines or problem within the workers, anything and everything, whatever it is. So he is the one who discussed the problems of the workers with the factory owner. So we went through one example which is there in Kotturu city under Rangareddy district, that is Fibrotex company. We discussed very clearly about the differences among each and everything. Now let us take one more company which is exclusively meant for manufacturing medicines here. Okay, due to some legal problems, the government did not release the original name of the company. It is replaced with some other name, that is KMS Medical Factory. What is the name of this medical factory?
KMS Medical Factory.
KMS Medical Factory. Okay, here also few workers are said to be permanent workers, even in this factory also, in this company also. Few are hired on contractual basis, that is on daily basis, and badli workers like that. Okay, so here total 118 workers are working in this factory. How many workers are there?
118.
118. Out of 118, 104 workers are exclusively appointed on daily basis.
Okay. Like contract basis?
Yeah, on daily basis. But if any person is working, if suppose ladies will be appointed with few hours like 10 or 12 hours, gents will be appointed with few more hours, and ladies will be paid with different compensation and different amount, and gents also will be paid with different amount. So here out of 118 workers, how many workers are took on daily basis here? 104 workers are working on daily basis, that is on contract basis. Okay, and rest of the 14 workers are said to be permanent workers. Okay, so why they are taking very less as permanent workers? Because the workers who the number is 14, these 14 workers are said to be very skilled labor or skilled worker. Skilled means what? The person who can do his work very promptly and very correctly without any mistakes, without any problem. So skills means nothing but the talent. Okay. And these 14 workers are said to be permanent workers, and these are very skilled labor, and only these 14 workers are taking service from these 14 who can mix the medicine powder in a well manner, because these are very skilled labor. They know how much amount of powder should be mixed with one or the other medicine, so that when such medicines will get into the market, the people should not face any kind of problem. So that's the reason this KMS Medical Factory is very much, it is very attentive to take or to hire employees on permanent basis and at the same time on contract basis, whom we have to appoint as a permanent and whom we have to appoint as a contract or daily basis laborers. So by taking all such into consideration, they decided to take only skilled labor, those who are well experienced in mixing the medicine powder at the time of manufacturing of the medicines. And these 104 are said to be contract basis. And their salary will be different and these person's salary will be different. Okay, so the permanent workers who are said to be these 14 workers salary will be in between 1500 rupees to 2500 rupees per month.
Per month.
Per month. Okay, because very less salary will be paid here. And these people, the 104 workers are said to be, are appointed as on a daily basis or daily contract. Out of 104, 56 are working women. 56 women are working out of 104. Okay. And these women, do you know what is the duration of these women working hours? 12 hours in a day. 12 hours in a day. And out of 104, 56 are women, rest of are men. And their working hours are more than this, like 14 hours or 16 hours. Okay. Or else sometimes it will be equal also, 12 hours. Okay. So, the women, the 56 women are working for 12 hours and they will be paid 30 rupees per hour. 30 rupees per hour. Okay. So, 30 into 12. 12 threes are how much?
36.
36. It means 360 rupees per day if a woman is working for how many hours? 12 hours on daily basis. Okay. And the men are charging 42 rupees per hour. 42 rupees per hour. So, 42 into again 12. So, something extra amount will be paid by the men when comparatively women. Okay. Work will be the same. Duration also will be the same. Okay. And why, and even some but women are paying less wages and men are paying with the higher wages. And few companies are there in India or all over the world, wherever you take. In some companies, the owners of the companies will allow to form one union which is called as trade union or any association to discuss the problems of the workers, to know the problems of the workers, to solve the problems of the workers. They'll form an association which is called as trade union. But most of the companies, vice versa, the companies who is allowing to form an association with the name of trade union, in the same way, few more companies are there. There are many more companies who will never allow to form an association with the name of trade union. Okay. So, these contract basis 104 workers I said as contract daily basis workers, and these daily basis workers will not be permanent again. Sometimes in Telugu we can call it as, if any work is there, adda meeda nunchi koolil తీసుకురండి అని అంటాం. So that is. So the workers who are said to be daily basis, who are hired on daily basis, those workers will not be the same every day. They will replace, they will change. Because if permanently, if these daily basis workers will come continuously in a company, there will be a chance to make a person permanent. To make a person permanent. There is one law. If any person is working for these many days, after coming to a certain stage, they have to make that employee as a permanent employee. In the same way, the people, those who are staying in abroad, Australia, 5 to 6 years, if they live continuously, reside continuously in the country of Australia, that person will become permanent resident of Australia. that person will be allotted with PR. In short form we can call it as PR, that is permanent resident, nothing but PR means nothing but. Okay, after living so many years in US or abroad, H1B slot will be there, H1B visa will be allowed. In the same way, few companies will be there where they can replace those workers daily. They'll change the workers because they are not ready to pay these only one person the same salary. If they can replace with one more person, suppose take for example, I'm here, I'm working in a company. Okay, daily I'm getting 360 or 400 rupees after working 12 hours. Okay, if continuously, if I'm engaged in the same factory, definitely they have to pay the amount, and one day or the other I'll demand, chances are they to demand to increase per hour charges also. Instead of 30, I'll demand to pay equally to the men. Okay, for not to face such kind of situations by the owner, what they will do, they will change the employees.
Okay.
Instead of paying 30 rupees or 40 rupees, they'll hire a person for only 25 rupees. Their money is saving or not.
Yes.
So in such kind of, by being such kind of assumption, by being such kind of having such kind of feeling, the factory owners are changing the employees. Even though they are appointed us on daily basis also, they'll make some changes within the employees, and they won't allow any person to form an association where they can, if once the association was formed, the threatening will be started by the workers. Threatening means what? They'll demand certain things to increase the funds, to increase the salary, or to increase the allowances, or so on and so forth. Okay, so sometimes what happens, if any company owner is not accepting the demands of the workers, probably there is a chance to shut down the factory also. So they'll give a call, all the laborers will give a call to all the rest of the workers that the owner of the company is not ready to accept our demands, he is not increasing our daily wages, so we'll stop working, we'll stop doing work, or we'll stop manufacturing. Automatically what will happen, any company owner, any industry, any factory, they cannot shut their company, they cannot close their work hours to close their company hours together. One day or the other he has to open. Okay, one day or the other he has to compromise with the laborers, or else he has to open his company. He cannot stop his manufacturing hours together or days together. So probably either workers should calm down, or else owner of the company should get down. Any two things, any
Okay,
one
ma'am,
thing they have to.
I have a doubt.
Mm.
In our native place,
Mm.
in some industry,
In our, what is that word which you used?
in our native place or around
Native.
us,
Yeah.
around us,
Mm.
we have seen some industries.
Mm.
In there, the workers are came from other states because of why the reason?
Of course, that's a good question and good point. Because when the same problem, when same local people, when they'll hire local people, they know the loopholes of the factory.
Okay.
One day or the other, day by day, when they are working, what are the problems they are facing, they know very well. And probably these local people will demand, and when they are not getting according to their expectations, chances are they to leave, to move from there, and they'll go to other place. If you hire the other people from other state, the people from other state, they don't know the language,
Okay.
and they don't know even what kind of problems faced by the earlier workers.
Okay.
Okay, and they'll be appointed for more or less same salary or same wages, but the benefit is here, they'll work like anything. They'll work like anything. They won't look at the time. They won't look at the time. They main aim is to survive their families, and whatever the income they are earning here, they'll send to their families. Okay, and even you can find the difference between when a building is constructed, Telangana Mestri will be there, Andhra Mestris will be there. Andhra Mestris will come morning at 5 o'clock, whereas Telangana people slowly they'll come by 11 o'clock and they will leave by 5 o'clock. Okay.
Okay.
Somewhat Telangana people are said to be very lazy people in doing works. But Andhra people won't be like that. They are meant to do the work, hours together. They are meant to do the work. సో మెంట్ MEANT మెంట్ టు డూ ద వర్క్ అంటే వాళ్ళు వర్క్ చేయడానికే పుడతారు, ఎటువంటి వర్క్ అయినా చేస్తారు వాళ్ళు.
Yes.
ఓకే, సో జస్ట్ ఇట్స్ అ రియల్ ఫ్యాక్ట్. డోంట్ టేక్ మీ రాంగ్ that I'm taking or else I'm showing the difference between two regions. It's not a point of region, it's a point of work where the people are doing.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Even nowadays also, if you go to any construction area, which people are engaging there and what is the duration of how many hours they are constructing, how many hours they are working on construction site, and what about other people and other regions, just try to compare yourself. They'll be very active, and they only know one thing, that today if we go with any work, go on a work, somehow or the other they'll decide to complete that work within a day, whereas the other people won't be like that.
Okay.
ఆ టైం ఉంది కదా, చేసుకోవచ్చు కదా, డెడ్ లైన్ పీరియడ్ విల్ బి దేర్. Few people will wait till the dead period will comes, but few people are there. Why should we wait till the grace period? If we'll complete this work as early as possible, so that we'll get the other work. So this is the strategy of the people, where they can keep our mind. Why the Indians are moving to abroad? Because the foreigners are habituated to take service from the Indian people, because our Indians are like that, they'll work hours
That we
together.
can call as like slaves, right?
It's not a point of slave. See, they are not calling any Indian to work there. It is our own interest that we are moving there. We are
Okay.
moving abroad. It's not like that we don't have any job facilities in India within the country. If you search seriously, you can get one or the other job here also. Maybe more or less it is not equal to your qualification or equal to your caliber or capacity, but somehow or the other chances are there to get the job if you are seriously in search. But what the people are doing, when we ourselves are moving to other states to earn the money, if you work more and more, the income also will be more in abroad states, abroad countries. Okay, so that is the only one reason why the people are moving to other countries. The US people or any other country people captured the weakness of the employees, weakness of the people, those who are coming from other countries. Simply they'll be at one place and they're taking service. Even though if any person, those who are working in abroad, if they are coming on leave to India, by being here also they are working on a system. Otherwise he will not be paid with any wages.
Okay.
Okay, so the other people are habituated to take service hours together from the people. So that's the reason it is our own weakness. We ourselves making to move to other countries to earn the money, to generate the income. So when sources are there, throughout the day they'll work in office. After completion of their duty, they'll work in any other supermarket or somewhere else. Hours basis they are going to pay few dollars. So there ends the matter. So here they are getting the salary, and at the same time they are getting extra wages when any person is working in any other factory. Okay, so here come back to our own lesson. Here KMS Medicine Factory, few 118 workers are working in such factory. Out of that 104 are engaged on daily basis, and only 14 employees will be treated as a permanent workers, where they are said to be very skilled labor, where they can mix the medicine powder on an equal amount, and in one procedure will be there where they can follow that ratio. So only these 14 are called as permanent workers. Okay, so I said few companies in India, they won't allow to form any association. They are going to change even the workers who hired on daily basis also. Daily basis. So did you ever think why the women are paying less wages and why the men are paying more wages? What is the difference? even though both are working for same hours, same 12 hours, more or less 1 or 2 hours here and there, but men are taking higher wages and women are taking less wages. And most of the laborers are women only. Why they are hiring women? Because
They are
women
coming.
cannot demand,
Okay.
women cannot fight on their own unless and until they have a support with any other men. Okay, whereas men can fight if he is not getting according to his expectations. He will spoil, even he can spoil the entire system also. Whereas women can't do like that. Women cannot do like that. Whatever the amount was fixed by the factory owner, she's taking and she's happily going. Okay. Or else if she is not able to survive with the amount what she is getting daily, 360 per day. Monthly, how much she is getting? 360 into 30. Calculate. Okay. So in such a way, women will be somewhat, they won't come forward to fight with the management. They always somehow or the other, we need to survive our children. We need to get daily food. If we lose job here, we can't get anywhere. So that reasons will make a lady to compromise, not to fight with the management, or whatever the amount is getting to her, she wants to adjust, but where men cannot. And women will give their services very sincerely comparatively men. So few men will drink alcohol and they'll come and they'll take the bunks and they won't attend regularly, they won't come regularly, and they won't work sincerely also. Some men, only some men I'm talking about, don't take again me in a wrong direction. Okay, so this is the scenario what happenings in each and every companies. So they won't allow even the to form an association or a union where a leader can come and discuss, and some chances are there to shut down even the factory also. So that's the reason, if necessary, they'll change the labors. If a company owner is getting a smell that so and so worker is going to come and fight with us to increase their salary, on the very next minute the owner of the company will take the decision to remove those employees and they'll hire somebody else. They'll hire somebody else because they're not permanent. And as we discussed, permanent workers, without giving prior intimation, without giving notice before 2 months or 1 month, no one company's owner is having any right to remove permanent worker. If any owner is decided to remove the worker, they have to close his or her account on the spot immediately without making any delay, because removing a worker is your own decision. So what you have to do, instead of waiting him for a long time, you have to close his account. Otherwise daily he will come to your office, daily he will torture you, okay, to give back his salary. Not to face such kind of situations, the owner has to close the accounts, sorry, close the worker's account as early as possible once he decided to rusticate or remove any employee. Okay, in the next session, let us talk about the workers who are appointed or who will be hired on construction sites or fields. What are the problems of those workers, those who are working in the construction site? A construction site means what? Whether it is a building or any bridge or any dam, whatever it is. When point comes for the construction, everything comes into consideration. A building or a drainage or any flyover or any metro or whatever the kind of work you can take. So what are the problems or any problems are facing by those site engineers and workers or not? Let us find out. And there will be a contract employee also will be there in between the owner and between the employees also. Okay, that is his own responsibility to change the employers and to replace the workers. So owner cannot be in search of the workers. owner also will appoint one person as a contractor. So what is the responsibility of that contractor? He has to bring the employees to engage with the works.
Okay.
Okay. So in the next session, let us continue with the construction site, the workers, those who are working on construction site and so on and so forth, and what are the problems are going to face in those sites. Let us discuss very leisurely, and after going home, try to cover all the points, what all we discussed since 2 days, and get back if any doubt is there in that topic. Okay. Until then, have a nice day.